So what do I have for you today? Well, I was thinking about opening up with a little ditty about beans. What are they good for? Absolutely nothing. Except it turns out that they are actually quite good for you. That's why they get used so often by people who go camping or on long trips, like hiking, and that's why you see cowboys using them so often in cowboy movies, and it's probably why the military might use them quite a bit as well. And if you go into camping shops, you can generally see about 1,001 different variations on what to do with baked beans. And of course I've got quite a supply of the stuff myself because I do quite like them. I do occasionally like to have some beans on toast, and beans on toast with something else. But this time around you might have noticed the keyword here is organic. That's right, I've decided to go a little up market. Basically when I was out in the shops earlier and I was stocking up on some various different stuff, so this right next to the own brand regular, which was cheaper, and then right next to a certain well-known expensive brand starting with H, which is well known for being quite tasty and obviously pricey. And this was actually cheaper than the well-known brand, whose name I am of course avoiding, because I would kind of like to have some bizarre comparisons to the BBC made here, where they don't actually mention the actual product name, but of course you can see the fact that I've got a can of Sainsbury's organic baked beans right in front of you, so you know where I got this from. It's their own brand, and it is cheaper than the well-known, very expensive brand that was not organic. In fact, I didn't actually see any of their organic stuff, although I have seen organic beans from Heinz. Oops, shouldn't have said that, whoops. But I have seen them, I just haven't seen them tonight when I literally bought this, and I've just decided to do spur of the moment type stuff. So you've got all these labels, it's got enough for 2 servings, which will be absolutely fine for me. It's suitable for vegans, it's 420 grams, it's organic baked beans and tomato sauce, gives you various instructions. I'll be microwaving mine, of course, I'll probably be serving it on beans on toast, of course, but I'll probably just show you like the bowl, just give you some brief idea of what it is. And look, it's got the EU non-EU agricultural sign, which means absolutely nothing to me. Right, well, I think I better go and take a look at actually getting this open. Oh, we've got a ring pull. We've got a ring pull. You can pretend it's a grenade and shake it up, pull the tab, fling that away and fling that off somewhere else and watch it. It doesn't explode, but just sort of waste stolen food everywhere. Let's see what else to say. We have chosen rich, organically cultivated arable land so our beans can be grown without the need for artificial fertilisers. And then all the usual rubbish about fat, saturated sugars and salt, which of course isn't rubbish because it is actually vitally important, but a lot of people just choose to ignore that. Right, I'm gonna go and get this ready. Be back in a tick. Wait for the jump cut in 3, 2, 1. And we're back, and I've got to be honest, it does look a little unappetising from this angle. At least looking at through the viewfinder, it does look a little meh, so-and-so, but I can assure you it is piping hot. I've already had a little sneaky taste of it, just to make sure that the temperature was right, and gotta be brutally honest, I'll just give it a little stir. And I'll just shovel a little bit up for you to see as the juices drip off it. There's no discernible difference in appearance, it looks exactly as you would expect it to. It looks like beans. Maybe it's a slightly different colour to Heinz's and a slightly different colour to Sainsbury's regular own brand, but as far as the taste is concerned, let's stop putting things off for now. Gotta be honest, there's no discernible difference. Perhaps my palate isn't that developed. Perhaps there is no difference between this and what they put in their regular beans. But it tastes absolutely fine. There's no funny taste to it. It tastes absolutely normal. It has the aftertaste of beans as you would expect. Yep, I can't really complain whatsoever. There's nothing to complain about. It tastes fantastic. Given a choice between this and, say, Heinz or the regular Sainsbury's stuff, well, the Sainsbury's basic stuff is of course cheaper. Heinz is a little more expensive than this by quite a bit, depending on where you go to, of course. Beyond that, it really just depends on what you yourself want, what you yourself can afford, and of course what you yourself like. I quite like the taste of this. There's nothing wrong with it. So I might treat myself in future to some organic baked beans because they do taste quite nice. But that's of course on their own. Let's bring something else in here. Some burnt toast and some not so burnt toast. It's actually a genuine accident. I did not intend to actually burn my toast at all. That's just the way it happened. Now, how on earth am I going to manage this? Let's just bear with me. When I try to figure myself out, that bowl is maybe a little too hot to touch. But if I do it like that, nope, that's not going to work. Aha. It's not exactly genius, it's just insanity in motion. Perhaps that's enough for the time being, just as a demonstration of what we're trying to do here. Let's just smother that around a little bit more. See if I can get a little bit more out on there and on there. Come on, you awkward bugger. Oh, I've got a whole load more stuck into the fork. Whee! They're jumping out as if they're lemmings in a Disney documentary. Alright, so I have managed to get bean juice all over the place. Which wasn't my intention, but it happens. The best laid plans of mice and men, and dinner's afoot. I'm just having a little off-camera clean-up. Excuse me while I knock the camera for the umpteenth time. Alright. And we're more or less ready to go again. Oh. Shows how thorough my cleaning job wasn't. Alright. Let's just see. Let's just clip this bit off like this. As you can tell, I'm slightly offside of the camera here. That's the only way to work around the camera in this sort of circumstance. So this is the slightly unburnt, or the completely unburnt, because it's just regular toast in this case. Let's have a bite. Let's try to keep some of these beans on. Even off, because they're just going to drop. 3, 2, 1. Yes, that's absolutely fine with normal toast. Well, let's see what the burnt stuff is like. Let's do an entirely different cut and see what difference, if any, that makes. Looking at the viewfinder from this angle is a bit awkward. Then doing these things through the viewfinder at all can be a bit awkward. Alright, 3, 2, 1. Well, I've got to be honest, that compensates for the burnt toast quite nicely. So I think I can say, without a shadow of a doubt, organic beans, thumbs up.